And as you sit, just noticing sensations of breath. Just noticing how your abdomen moves on each in-breath and out-breath, the movement of air through your nostrils. Just bring your awareness to the breath cycle and wherever it is the most vivid, whether it be your tummy, your chest, your shoulders, the movement of air through the nostrils. Noticing the entirety of the breath and the movement of air coming in, filling the lungs, extending the abdomen slightly, the movement of air going out, and being aware that there's a pause, a stopping point in the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. It's all one movement, even though the changing of direction, just noticing where the pause is. Seeing to what degree you can be aware of your whole entire breath cycle, recognizing that each part of the cycle is different from the other part. And this time may be different from the last time. And each one is absolutely unique in its own way if you pay attention. You will notice your attention from time to time shifting away from the breath. It is the nature of the mind to wander into fantasies, memories, thoughts of the day, worries that you have, things that you need to do. And without giving yourself a hard time, when you notice that has happened, gently but firmly bring your attention back to the sensations of breathing, the actual physical sensations of breath. And notice the tendency to want to control the breath. Let the quality of attention be light and easy, one of simply observing and noticing, just if you were on a float on a gently undulating sea. When you're up with the wave one moment and down the next. You don't control the duration of the wave or the depth between the waves. You're just riding. And just gently coming back to sensations of breathing. And now, as best you can, change the anchor of your practice from the breath to noticing the sounds around you. Directing your attention to the soundscape around you, to the sensation of sound. Sound is the perfect object of mindfulness, as we hear only the sounds of this moment. We don't hear the sounds of the past or the sounds of the future. What is being heard in this moment? There's no need to identify the sound or try to figure out. Just notice the quality of the sound, observing the sounds of each moment. Noticing where your mind is right now. Has it bounced into the future, into planning what needs to be done, or rehashing the past? Gently, kindly, but firmly bring it back to the soundscape all around you. There's no need to reach out and search for sounds. Fall into receptivity, perhaps without really moving, having the intention to lean back just the slightest bit. You can imagine placing the attention right at the opening of your ears and let the sounds come to you. Perhaps you might also notice an automatic sense of liking some sounds more than others. Birdsong might register as more pleasant than the rumble of a garbage truck. Just notice. Everything is just the sound of the moment. It's only a wave of sound. First, there is only the sound, and then there's the liking or disliking of it. You, as the one who is hearing, adds the interpretation and judgment, if any. Let it be just as it is. You may notice some sounds are quite close to you, and others are far off in the distance and may be very far away. And if you pay very close attention, you may notice that there's even sounds inside your own body. Perhaps you're repeatedly distracted by sensations, emotions, or thoughts. If it seems particularly sticking, you can try labeling the experience, such as, ah, this is itching, itching. or this is planning mind. Simply labeling whatever your experience is in the moment, and then without judgment, returning your attention back to the sound. And noticing the tendency to have an opinion about things, about liking the way things are right now, not liking it, finding it uncomfortable. That too can be an object of awareness. Just noticing that you have an opinion about things. You may notice your attention shifting to body sensations of achiness, of discomfort, of tension. And as you notice these sensations of discomfort that happen, there are several ways that you can deal with them. One way to deal with body sensations is by shifting a little bit. But before you do that, first becoming aware of the sensation, noticing precisely where the tension or the achiness might be. And once you're fully aware of where that is, developing an intention to move and moving mindfully and with the full intent to make that motion. That's one way to deal with strong sensation. A second way to deal with body sensations, and neither one is better than the other, as long as there's full awareness is brought to all the parts to notice the sensations, to be curious about the extent of it, how you experience it in the moment, to become aware of the actual physical sensations of tension, of throbbing, of tightness, pulling, tingling, or whatever other sensation might be. And you might notice that it's possible to stay for a moment longer with the sensation experienced, and consider it a pure sensation without the labels of discomfort or tension or achiness. Just notice where it is, noticing your experience and staying with it without having to react, just for a moment. And if your attention keeps getting called back to that area of intense sensation, knowing you have two choices of forming an intention to do something about it and mindfully doing it, but forming an intention first, bringing your awareness to this, to your choice. Be curious. How big is it? How long is it? What quality does it have? How is it changing over time? And noticing where the mind goes in terms of thoughts to liking or disliking, perceptions or sensations, or hearing the sound, or feeling feelings of peace, sadness, frustration, anticipation. Just noticing these raw thought forms and bringing awareness to the sensations, awareness to the breath. And seeing if it's possible to have a friendly attitude towards whatever comes into your awareness. When the mind goes wandering, come back to the breath. I'll give you 1 minute to ride the waves of the breath, seeing if you can stay with the breath. And as we bring this meditation of sound and sitting to a close, I'll give you an opportunity to focus in on your heart. Breathe into your heart and ask yourself once again, my intention for tonight's practice is to. We will close this evening's meditation with a blessing to come home to yourself by John Donahue and going into global coherence. May all that is unforgiven in you be released. May your fears yield their deepest tranquilities. May all that is unlived in you blossom into a future of grace with love. And now focus into your heart and surround yourself with love. Breathe into your heart and magnify your love and surround all the members of your family. Breathe into your heart and magnify your love, and send your love to all your neighbors and all your friends. Breathe into your heart and magnify your love, and send it to cover all your community. Breathe into your heart and exhale and magnify your love to cover our entire country, from north to south, from Atlantic to Pacific, Hawaii and Alaska too. Breathe into your heart, and as you exhale, magnify your love to cover our entire world, the entire planet. Breathe into your heart and magnify your love to include all living creatures on earth. Now bring back your love inside your body. And when you hear the Tibetan bowl, you will feel rested as if waking from a deep slumber. Stretch a bit if you like. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm Diana Liz, founder of Rejuvenating Lifestyle for mind, body, health, and happiness, wishing you a life of flourishing. Namaste.